Where do you get your from actually when you start doing something?
Du hast vergessen, über das Hauptwort zu sprechen. Du hast vergessen zu sagen, du hast nur gesagt, where are you getting your from? Aber du hast das Wort
Ja, so ein
Inspiration
bisschen
nicht.
Teaser.
Aha, okay.
Ja,
Sorry,
okay.
meine Schuld.
Welcome to Permanent Break on the Way, where fashion meets business. Ideas shape what's next.
Where are you getting actually from? And I'm talking about if you start something like doing a styling outfit, doing an
You're
cool
speaking
picture.
about inspiration.
I'm talking about inspiration.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So where do you get your inspiration? I would say this is today's topic.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good topic. Mainly from people. Also really interesting one point. Last few years I figured out that I love to get inspiration from food.
Okay.
Super strange because
Yeah.
I love on a nice served plate of food. Also the colors need to match with each other, the texture needs to match with each other. I find that pretty interesting. But mainly of course on the street. I think we both had the privilege to travel around the world a lot. I think if I also see Amsterdam, it's a good inspiration if you walk through the city or if you go to your favorite spots. I have a really nice spot in Amsterdam where I always go to for coffee. It's called Coffee District. It's in the Wilhelmsparkweg.
Yeah, I know it.
and
They have also really
There
nice
are
cinnamon
a
bun.
lot. Yeah, I love them. They're really great. The only inspiration you get from the cinnamon bun that you continue with oversized fits.
Yeah, indeed.
But yeah, you see a lot of cool people there. You also see a lot of old people there, which are really well dressed when it comes to tailoring. But my main inspiration I take these days from women's wear, in terms of fits,
Yeah.
colors,
Yeah.
textures.
I hear a lot of things, and you already go also 100% full in. I really love that, and I think you're already telling and giving a lot of insights and input. But this is what we are talking today about the podcast. What is this episode? I also think we need to tell what was going on in the last week,
Oh yeah,
where we are,
King's Day.
King's
Holy
Day?
shit!
lounge.
True.
What did we expect it? What did we realize? What did we see? I told you yesterday about a great name for the podcast,
True.
and I think
Think it's a
as-
good one.
I think we will go with this one.
Yeah.
Let's-
Tell the community what is it.
It's very travel oriented name, and the podcast it's called On Travel.
On travel.
On Travel.
On
Was
Travel.
it On Travel?
It was on travel.
On Travel.
Permanent break on travel.
No,
No?
no. On the way.
Yeah, true. It was
It
on
was
the
on
way.
the way.
It was permanent break on the way.
Permanent break on the way.
Yeah.
Every episode will be somewhere else.
Where actually are we now?
Yeah, we decided to go to south of France.
It's big. Where are we?
We are in Saint Maxime.
Oh, nice.
Um,
The budget
close.
was not big enough for Saint-Tropez.
we are here in this. Yeah, you see a big house, and
Yeah.
it's only us two who are living here in this house for the next day.
Yeah.
No, it's not true. There will be soon other people are coming.
Yeah.
So it will be a little bit workation. It's always a workation.
Yeah.
And
it will be
we
your
are
birthday
Have a birthday of
from Sean.
Sean. There he is. So we decided to come here all together.
Yeah.
And I think it's also a good point for inspiration because, like you said, you can also get your inspiration from traveling around, from seeing. I always get really inspired from palms. It sounds, of course, also a little bit stupid. There's a palm. There's also a palm. Let's put it here also in. Ding.
Or here's a little one. Actually, you don't need to put anything in.
What I always have, and I think that was also maybe today a little bit the idea when we created some content for PB.
Mhm.
I do like the palms in the wind.
Yeah, nice.
So you see them and they are moving slowly.
It calms you down,
Yes.
I find.
Yeah.
It's nice. I'm looking at it now.
I look at you and it makes me calm down. So how was your week? What did you do?
Well, yeah, the week was super nice. We started on Monday with King's Day. For the people which are not living in the Netherlands, that's our most celebrated day.
Lang leven de Gronik.
Yeah, it was also the launch of PB. Pretty successful, I think. I think also you DJing was a great party.
It was really
Here you can see a nice video of it. No, I think that was really, really good. We also had some appointments with customers. I think we were with Michael and Gizo. We went to Jerome. No, but it was a good week, and now we are in Saint Maxime. I really liked what we did this afternoon with the product shoots. I think will be also really nice. Here's a small sneak peek of it. But yeah, in general, when we speak about inspiration, I think it's always nice to have a look at your surrounding. I think people really underestimate how good a subway ride can be. Well, for us in Amsterdam, it's more a bike ride. But you always have some...
Yeah, you also really need to keep your eyes open for it.
100%.
You need to be also welcome it a little bit. It's not that you need to look for it, but everything can be an inspiration in terms of color. That's what I especially like when I walk around, and then it's maybe a car or maybe a house color. I think it's really nice. Or this shirt, for example, in these blue white stripe, blue red white color. I also saw often the color combination just somewhere. I think it was in a museum, in a painting, and then you see a little bit there then color inspiration when you think, okay, hey, this can actually fit quite well. So
I think it
what
also
am I
reminds
doing
about
right or what?
vacation, I find.
Yes.
I really find that's also a good way to stimulate your looks, to calm people down. Of course, you can go also the other way to be pretty aggressive with bold colors and crazy. But I think not the opposite of quiet luxury, but the sense of quiet luxury always should be comfort, and that it's also calm, that you don't popping out because of a color, that you're popping out because of your fit, and also your whole presence, right? That's for me also a big part of style. But again, if it comes to combinations, I think it's always nice to also take a look back what people did years before. I think movies, theaters are pretty good for that as well. There's always a good way of having a great inspiration. And I think, again, the women's wear at the moment is super, super strong, especially with color combinations. Yeah, for me, yellow is, as you can see at the moment or this season, a really important color. The strong red or the bolder red, and then the calm or more pastel colored yellow. And I also love it with brown, a bit of light blue. And I think in women's wear that works really well because their silhouette or the silhouette and the fits of the products are most of the time on a straighter or wider fit approach. Therefore, it works really nice. What's also really important, a lot of people speak always about nonchalant. And I think that's also a really important...
I think nonchalant is... Yeah, it's like with me in pedal.
Yeah.
It's sometimes my moves are nonchalant. I find it a little bit more... Yeah, it's more of a negative thing. Because
people assume it's negative.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's negative. I think it's also... It's a part of your style. And again, the attitude and your presence is a part of your style as well, right?
Yeah, no, I do agree. I only think nonchalant is then a little bit like not putting enough effort in and trying to make it look cool.
Yeah.
But
is that negative?
Can be. I do think it is a little bit. It's because you should put effort in, and then we go a little bit into this Italian sprezzatura vibe. where we have, of course, you don't try
Too hard.
too hard, but you know that you actually spend 2 hours in front of the mirror and you tried hard, but it still looks cool.
Yeah.
And it looks a little bit like, yeah, I just walk a little bit like this. I just came out of the sound, but in the mirror, you put effort in it. And with nonchalant, that's why I say also with my pedal, I sometimes, it was too nonchalant. I tried to be too cool, but it didn't went well because I hit the net, for example.
Yeah, true. But yeah,
It can be, of
it
course.
can be in both ways.
Yeah.
If you look, for example, at Michael Olise, he's Mr. Nonchalant. Yeah, at the moment, and I hope he will win the Ballon d'Or. But the thing is always like you should feel good with what you do, right? And now summer is approaching, spring is approaching. I see a lot of happy people in the city, and I see also people, as you said, they put probably more effort in their looks, put more effort in their life, make sure they look well groomed, and I think that also helps a lot. And coming back to that, I think everyone is an inspiration or should be an inspiration to everyone. We are inspiring people with everything we do in positive and negative ways. But I think also if we keep it in a fashion way, it's always nice also to tell someone on the street. I figured it out last week. Some people approached me on the street. I think also you last time when we were wearing the PB
Jesus,
stuff.
Yeah, correct.
And then I think it's a nice feeling.
It's a nice feeling. It's like
If someone said, "Hey, that looks actually really cool what you're doing."
we were recording the first episode
Yeah.
of this podcast.
Yeah.
We were wearing our PB outfits. Walked out because you need to bring a package, vintage shopping package, what you sold, someone else shop, and then we went to the store, and these guys, it was a woman and it was a kind woman and a kind man, also very stylish people, and they came and asked, "Where are your outfits from?"
Yeah.
And it was already quite a successful moment, as we could say.
Yeah.
It's Permanent Break.
In the first 15 minutes of the day. Done. Set.
2 new followers. It was. But I do agree. People should compliment each other way more often. If you really see a cool outfit and you really mean it honest.
Yeah. No,
you,
really.
You should really give the compliment. I think I had last time. It was in Berlin, at the airport, and there was a guy. He was wearing his big goggles with red filter toe in it. I think it was colorful cowboy shoes and a really cool denim with a jacket. I think let it be 3-button, double-breasted, whatever. I didn't say anything to him, but I stared at him, and he was staring at me, and we were both a little bit like, yeah, man. But he understood that his outfit was fire, and I really appreciated it. And I was like smiling and a little bit like at the end, the finger pistol, like, yeah,
Like a real cowboy.
like a real, But he appreciated it.
Nice. But like if we speak about research, right? If I prepare something for like a lookbook or what we did last week with one of our customers, like the sampling for the coming month or the coming year, right? We always have a look at what's interesting, what's focus. Yeah, for us at the moment, for example, Giorgio Armani, especially the archive, it's fantastic. It's in terms of
really bad,
it's in terms of silhouettes, fabrics, colors. I think that's something you always have a look at, but 90% really, I must say, it comes to day. Like if I see someone walking by, it's a cool look, and then I try to restyle it with what I have, and then I try to share it. I think there's so many cool things, and I think if you feel right with it, then it's a good thing, right?
Indeed. I also do like inspiration, looking for inspiration in different stores. I
Also
think
good.
I especially really appreciate fabrics, as I do. Yeah, like to have the touch
Yeah,
of
I
it.
saw a video of you the other day Were you smelling on the
Oh
fabric?
yeah. It was a Deadstock buyer, and then it was a little bit like
Did it smell already a little bit moist?
I can already realize from the smell of the fabric if it's like really high luxury or if it's high luxury or premium fabric.
We should ask for opportunity at Wet and Das for you. For the non-German speakers here, it's a TV show in Germany where you can bet on certain things.
And then you can smell if it's like, oh yeah, this is wool. Oh yeah, this is cashmere and wool.
This polyamide.
This is polyamide and this is pure silk. It was a really good joke I made
Yeah.
with this video. I do think I hope everyone is realizing that. I'm not sure with that.
No,
But-
me neither.
Yeah, I do like I do like to look for inspiration also in stores for certain fabrics. Especially, we are right now in France, and I think especially in Paris, especially in Paris, where you have also all the luxurious stores. They have way more options to give in products, as
Hmm.
this is of course the metropole.
You
for the
mean if you walk
fashion.
into a store that you see more of the collection than
You
in
see
other
more.
cities, yeah.
You see for sure way more as in Amsterdam. I would say in
Yeah,
Amsterdam
true.
we do have the Bijkdorf.
Yeah.
There's like there are little
Bits and
shops
bytes.
and
No, that's true.
and also
In
it's
Paris you
mostly
have-
women, and
Yeah.
because the man luxury niche bubble is I think still smaller than the women's bubble in
Yeah.
that way, and women are way more richer way more richer, let's say like this. Yeah, way more richer. That's why they
More
can-
willing to spend.
and more willing to spend
Oh.
in these kind of things. And if it's then a nice fabric you touch and you see also it's natural fibers, it is well made, it is sustainable made, then this is also a nice inspiration where I then think, hey, this is also something you can use for a collection XY for XY, for example. That we then, this is also how we look for things.
True. Yeah, that's
For
then
them-
more of collection perspective
Yeah,
instead of the
that if we help our client,
Yeah.
our brand, and we need to pitch a collection, and we also see a little bit, it's always you look what are the luxury markets, what is the luxury market?
what are the big houses doing during runway, of course, but also how do they gain their inspiration? Where do they see their asset from for their collection? Do you actually use Pinterest for this as well?
Yeah, nee, yeah.
Okay.
So a little bit both. What I like, I use then more cinemas.
Okay.
So I go to the movies and,
No.
and watch a little bit like, what kind of angles are you using? What
Yeah.
kind of color grading are you using a little bit? And how do you make cool pictures? So this is what I look in Pinterest to get an idea. But I do go more really on sites, or let's say a little bit on people or brands I really interested, and look what they are doing, and then try to make this all compatible together
To one outcome.
to one outcome. I do then look on brands I like and make then the whole mood board. Let's
You
say.
still work a lot with mood boards?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's also nice
Yes.
because if you create a mood board, I think for everyone who wants to learn a little bit more about his own style, I think it's really nice to create a mood board. Like, what do I want to achieve, or which kind of direction I want to go? I think if you make that with pictures, that can be really nice. But also, what we sometimes do if we create mood boards for projects, that you also have like fabrics hanging there that you can feel and touch, and I think that's also really important, and that helps a lot if you identify your own personality and your own style a little bit. The reason why I was asking about Pinterest is because on Saturday I was with Louise. I went for a coffee, and we were in West, and there's it's also a tailored store there, and then there was a couple sitting next to us. Funny, was a French couple. They were discussing, hey, what kind of suit you're going for. They were invited to a summer wedding here in Saint-Tropez. And then the wife also immediately said, hey, did you check Pinterest already? There's always a lot of nice examples. And I find that really funny that people still, and both were pretty stylish, I find. Like not in tailoring, but they were street style. Could have also worn PB or Acne, or she especially was looking like someone who would buy the row. And I was so surprised when they pulled up their mood boards. I couldn't hold back. I was, of course, watching what they were doing. I ordered another coffee.
It's easy to look for things because you type a word in and then you have really that you have a whole scrolling page of pictures, and you can, of course, but there's also a little bit you are present in your algorithm as well, kind of.
Yeah, I think you just see what you want to see,
what you want to see,
or what is same with Instagram or TikTok, right? If you see a certain video and you share it with your friends, the next few days you consistently get the same videos. And I think the same with Pinterest a little bit. But I find it so fun. Also, I couldn't hold back when I approached them. I said, hey, guys, I was just listening to your conversation. I just found it interesting. And then we had another coffee together, and I gave a little bit my input on it.
Did they pay for the coffee at least? Did you give them advice? And did they pay then for your coffee?
No, I invited them, actually. I paid for the coffee. But it was nice.
Okay,
like, we had a nice conversation, and it was like, in the end, he went with something totally different than he was expecting to go. He was really expecting to go. Yeah, he was really expecting to go with the 3-piece, like, and then we also were thinking about, he wanted to have something with pink or something, like apricot.
Yeah. Really, probably boho wedding suit.
A little bit. In the end, he went with a low DB in linen and olive.
Mm-hmm.
I also showed the fabric we had for another project. I said, hey, this is something, you can look at it. We shared numbers. I'm curious how the outcome will look like. He told me he's going to send it to me. But it's interesting, like sometimes you just fall over something and think, actually it's so easy.
Do you miss it then sometimes, like really having this wedding clients and giving them help in the store and like the consultation?
Yeah, I do sometimes miss it, of course. I think it's also interesting to see how people are happy after you consult them. Of course, there are a lot of people which you think, please, no, not today. But there are also so many people which are also generous enough and say, hey, thank you. And you really see them leaving with a smile. That I miss. The rest about that,
like with 15 boys coming and one guy is looking for a suit.
This really not. But if
like
someone
really
asks generally, hey, can you give me some ideas, some advice, or I really don't know how to put this together, I think that's still fun, right? And there can be always an opportunity, right?
Never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Yeah. But that was a little bit out of the week, right? And I think your perspective of the week was similar.
It was similar. Yeah, we had King's Day. We had the lounge with King's Day. We had our first 4 orders. If we can say it already like this, it was like champagne bottle and
and by the way, the person who got invited to one of the podcasts, where is he coming from?
She is coming from Amsterdam.
It's she.
It's a she.
Oh, nice.
It's a she.
I'm curious.
Yeah, it's a she. And we will invite her maybe for episode 3 or 4. Luckily, she is from Amsterdam.
Good. Saves a
as-
lot of money.
saves a lot of money. As yesterday, one of our friends said, "Yeah, I don't want to buy a piece
Because I was not sure
because
if you
I
really
was, if you
fly
really
me in.
invite me." I was, man, come on, you live in Munich, we will invite you, Marcel.
Do,
goes to
do.
Okay,
It's a little frame now. Before it was a big
we put
frame.
him on the table here.
It's a little frame.
So yeah, sales are going very slow, expected.
Yeah, but that's also not PB, right? It's also not that we want like to be selling thousands of units. It should be really a piece where you also proudly wear and you don't really feel too forced to be worn, right?
Indeed.
I
Indeed.
think that's also I think the people will now get to know a little bit the product. They will see more and more on social media. They will see us more wearing it, more showcasing it. Then there's also way more to come. And I think that also makes a little bit that salty pepper on the dish, right?
Yeah, it
Um,
brings, of course, also, yeah, like you say, there's a lot of more to come. So we just launched the first product groups.
No.
There's just some basic T-shirts, some basic sweaters,
No.
and they're way. Yeah, when we were doing these items, it was 1 year ago,
No.
and I of course love every product. We love every
No.
product what we are doing, but I also find it now a little bit more. They're way more
yeah, there's really
more exciting.
yeah, but
products,
also
of
if you see
course. But
the
these are
request of
essentials as
the-
well.
of
Yeah.
people, right? What they need and what they're looking for. Yeah, I think that's also wait another 3-4 weeks and then we see way more results. And I think that's I personally get a lot of requests for this beauty. I must say,
Yeah.
a lot of people ask, "Hey, when is it coming?" I think end of May.
End of May it will be live. You can already pre-order the one
In blue? Yeah.
the Elfie.
Yeah.
Can
Do you want to
pre-order
tell a little bit about how it comes that it calls Elfie?
Elfie.
Or is it just
It's made up. It's a little bit like an elephant. Let's say like this.
okay?
And if you
that's
think-
body shaming on me again.
It's not body shaming on you. It's if you a little bit look on the
If you look on you,
if you look on you, Elfie. if you look on the two arms, they are looking like elephant ear.
okay.
So that's why the idea was then to call it Elfie, as
Okay, I see.
An
There's also a lot
elephant.
of inspiration from your side coming from the world of animals.
not only they're
We are located with nature and palms.
in Palm. You also
Animals.
food as well.
Yeah,
if,
food,
if,
food,
if
yeah.
it comes to animals, food as well.
Food, yeah.
So the story was really a little bit. Yeah, we got it in front of us, and then we thought, okay,
Nice.
it looks a little bit like an elephant, so
Okay. Good.
let's call it Elfie.
Nice.
It's a Pima cotton. It's a very nice
yeah,
cotton.
it's super soft.
It's you can use it as a pajama. You can use it under a jacket. You
Yeah.
can use it with a nice shorts, with a nice long pants
Yeah,
and
I
a
think
loafer.
also nice with the shirt on.
You can style
over
it really
yeah.
well.
Yeah. It's a good essential indeed. What would you tell someone if he asks you, "Hey, how do I filter my inspiration?" Because I also sometimes run into things and think, "Oh, there's now way too much ideas." You remember the video I made a few weeks ago with so much ideas and then all those different backgrounds? Sometimes it's really hard also to filter all those great things you see, right?
It's
How would you do that, or how do you do that? How would you?
I mean, we are living also in a world where you can share a lot of things.
Mm,
So, and it's also a little bit a world where fast inspiration, it's always changing and it's coming, and
yeah, everything
always
is fast, right?
there's always new ideas, especially if you see like, yeah, tomorrow you have a little bit this kind of vibe you want to achieve. Right now, if you look on videos on Instagram, they are quite cinematic, quite movie like. And
I do like that, but that's a good point you said. Like it's changing so fast, and that's also what I like about PB. If it's the brand or the studios, it's not harshing to every trend. It's also not chasing every trend. I think what we also do or what we focus on is that we really focus on a sustainable way of styling, producing, framing, and I think that's
you
the-
also should
the-
then do with your inspiration.
I think that's also the key to success.
Yeah.
Because if you look at all the top tier brands and the top tier designer, they always stick to their identity and then they adjust slightly here and there, but they never change their whole identity.
No, you should, of course, understand what is right now trendy, because okay, this is working for everyone apparently well, but like you said, your identity you keep, and then you put your own signature on it and you tell your own story with it, and this is how you keep then your identity plus your inspiration. And if you have a lot of inspiration, you should I really can say you should little bit do it like a mood board. So if you have a lot of things what you find inspiring, do you have it on paper, do you have it in a magazine, do you have it as a video, cut it out, print it out, and then put all the inspiration on the ground, and then maybe find out what is matching with each other. Is it color, is it the story, is it some product, is it some location, is it, and then you can also think a little bit like a puzzle memory thing that you then do. Okay, I'm gonna do that instead of this location, I'm putting this product here in, and I'm going with this inspiration of this scene, angle, positioning, posing, putting then there, and then this is how you can adjust your inspiration and organize your inspiration, because it can look very messy. And that's what we, for example, also did when we started, because we also look, of course, in Instagram what is trendy, what is going well, what should we maybe also try to do. So we save everything, but then at the end, in the back end, we are having a file where we have different columns, categories, and there we sort them. We put then the link to, let's say, comedy, the link to education, the link for inspiration, product. So you have then different categories to find it easy, and then you have a little bit like an encyclopedia.
I don't know, but I'm surprised how you pronounced it. Like without not any.
It just came out.
This is
crazy.
Was
super in the flow. Huh? It was. Yeah. But this is how I sort my inspiration, and it's mostly because it's fashion oriented. So it's really the fashion show. What is the biggest part there, and then it's also a little bit easy. You can look on the runways, on Vogue.
I think Vogue, especially that app here, is really, really good if you want to be up to date. I think, it costs, I think, €5 every month, but you really have access to every existing show globally. You see all the looks, you have all lookbooks, you have everything in once. I think that's definitely necessary or well invested €5. And if you play around here and there a little bit, that's already pretty good.
And then it also comes, of course, about friends, about people, some other influencer, some other content creator, some there's a girl, there's a woman in Berlin. She's really cool.
The blonde girl.
No, her name is, if her name is Tuba, remember correct, and I'm gonna blend it here in, but she talks about, she goes to the shows also always, and she has very high knowledge if it comes to fashion, also very equivalent. She can also really well describe it, and that I find very inspiring as well. And then you have, of course, some other friends who are also in fashion and or have their own style, and you get sometimes a little bit something from their bubble, and you need to be open also for other things.
100%. Like
Otherwise,
it's always bits and bytes from
Yeah.
all bubbles, and sometimes you think, oh, holy shit, but and then a few weeks later you think, actually it's not too bad, and be open-minded for that. I think that's really important. I think that's also a good handover to our next topic for our next podcast. I think the next podcast would be nice if we explain a little bit what is, in terms of product, essential to us. I think which items do we think are essential. I think it's also really interesting to explain a little bit how great it is to have a smaller closet.
yeah,
To just focus on
not to have like a
items.
lot of
You don't need to have multiple options.
bullshit
Just
in the closet.
focus on items you really need, like staples, different colors maybe. But then you have your key pieces, which are, I think, timeless and good quality.
Building around.
And I
yes.
think that's pretty interesting for the people if we talk about this next time. So if you are still interested or just getting to gain interest in it, next time we're gonna talk a little bit about what is an essential to us, how we see an item can become an essential, and how we see maybe an item might be really, really cool, but it's just a season piece or not really essential because it's too hard to style or too hard to wear. And I think that's also nice if that ties in a little bit in what we have at PB. And if we, for example, create essential collections for our customers or an essential wardrobe for ourselves.
For ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where you start and how we start and all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm also gonna wear my essential outfit next episode.
Okay, nothing, so it is.
Also very close to it. Very close to it. So be excited for
I'm fucking curious.
for my essential outfit next time.
Great. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Permanent break on the way.
Yeah.
That's how it
That's
is.
it.
Permanent
So-
break on the way. So catch us
Yeah.
on the way
Somewhere. Somehow.
somewhere.